Hey guys, I'm Fog here and welcome to another FIFA 21 player review, and today guys, I'm going to be reviewing my first FIFA 21 Prime icon, and it's going to be on the 90 rated Jari Litmanen, the ex-Liverpool player. Of course, most famed for playing for Ajax and Barcelona, but did have a small stint as well at Liverpool. With all the Prime icons now in packs and their prices are starting to settle a little bit, I thought that we'd get back into doing some icon player reviews. I did say at the start of this year for FIFA 21, I want to try and do as many icon reviews as possible. So I did start doing that originally, then I stopped because like so many more promos were coming around. But I want to now get back into it now that we do have the Prime icons. So Jari Litmanen is the first card that we will start off with. I did buy him for 355,000 coins, 3 games played with him, 3 goals scored and 4 assists. He does also have 3-star skills as well as 4-star weak foot. Then getting into his in-game stats, he has some top in-game stats, like some absolutely insane stats. 91 composure, 93 reactions, 90 ball control, 94 positioning, 91 finishing as well. I did have the Architect cam stat. I didn't apply that on personally. I just bought him with the cam stat onto him. It obviously makes his passing stats absolutely insane. He's only got 22 aggression. Like, I mean, you know, if you do watch videos of him, he was never like an aggressive player, but 22 aggression. I almost think he's been a bit hard done by there. Like, yeah, he was never aggressive, but come on, you know, he was more than 22, surely. But personally, I think looking back in hindsight, I reckon the Catalyst is the best one to apply to him. Gets that passing up, gets that pace up. I think that's probably the best cam style to go for him. But anyway, getting into his player traits, he has the 3 traits of injury-prone, finesse shot, and team player. And then finishing with the icon profile. This was during his period with Ajax in the late 90s when they were having a fantastic period of domestic success, competing and beating quite often their arch rivals, PSV. He went on to play for Barcelona, and then of course with Liverpool, Gerard Houllier, I believe, was the man that did sign him at Liverpool. Just a couple years, you know, Litmanen at Liverpool was 1 to 2, maybe 3 years just before my time of watching, so I personally don't remember him. He was okay at Liverpool. He was never like insane. He was never the player at Liverpool that he was at Barca and at Ajax, but he was still decent. He had a few awesome games. And also what is interesting is he actually joined Fulham and never played the game. I didn't know about that, but it says it there in the club career, unless it's like a mistake by EA. I'll have to look into that a little bit after this and see why he signed and why he never played. But anyway, focusing on how he's to use in game. Yeah, he's good. You know, he got me 7 goal contributions in the 3 games, so of course that's a good return. He helped me get promoted to Division 3 as well. I think for the fact that he does have insane players playing right in front of him in Mohamed Salah, Neymar and Kylian Mbappe, I think that made it a little bit easier for him to be able to, provide the through balls, and then those attackers can finish off pretty much any chance in the game. But his passing was superb. It'll go down as a pro to him. 4 assists in the 3 games. Great return. Couldn't fault that at all. I think passing is definitely the best part to his game. 88 vision, which goes up into the mid-90s. His short passing goes from 89 up to 99. His long passing goes into the low 80s as well, which is obviously very nice. It's a great part to him. And, as it should be. He was known to be a great passer of the ball, throughout his career with Ajax and stuff like that. But, his passing, whilst there are lots of good qualities to his card, his passing is the main standout part to him, probably as you would expect. But his finishing as well, I thought was really good. He came in with 3 goals in the 3 games. His finesse shots, having that as as a player trait, of course, is obviously very good as well. 4-star weak foot. 94 positioning, 91 finishing. Yes, he's only got 82 shot power, and I do, often sit there and say that I prefer a player with more shot power than finishing, and I still stand by that statement. I honestly think shot power is more important than finishing, and how FIFA kind of works nowadays. If you can just generate so much power behind your shots, the goalkeeper just doesn't stand a chance. Your finishing doesn't have to be out of this world. But I still think, obviously in game he was still able to, finish up chances very well from close range. So I couldn't fault that. Yes, like the power he puts behind his shots isn't quite insane. Of course, a camera style could easily fix that. But his finishing in general, I still thought was sound absolutely for the most part. And his dribbling as well will go down as another pro to him. Whilst his agility and balance are in the 70s, he doesn't feel that clunky now. Is he going to be like the smoothest cam in the world? The answer to that would be no, he isn't, but he's certainly not clunky at the same time. He has, I think, was it 4-star weak foot or 3-star skills? It is only 3-star skill moves, but in terms of just how he feels on the ball, he felt relatively smooth. He doesn't feel as smooth as a team of the group stage Adriano Gomez, who I reviewed from a few weeks ago. And I don't think you can quite expect this Litmanen card to feel quite as smooth as someone like that Gomez card, but I know for his height and stuff like that, I was really impressed in how he felt with on the ball. You want your cams to have good dribbling stats, and I personally felt that he delivered well in that area. So on the whole, it's a nice first Prime Icon to review on the channel, to get a great return with 7 goal contributions to help me get promoted to Division 3 as well. I think it's a decent card. A little touch too expensive, certainly on the not the PlayStation, on the PC at 1.2 million. I think currently on Xbox and PlayStation as well, maybe just slightly a bit overpriced, because you could just buy Kevin De Bruyne, who would be much more cheaper and would be just as effective. But if you want an icon cam, he is a good option to go for. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed watching this review, and I'll see you guys later.